Jalen does not go to school. We don't homeschool him either. Writing.
I had this video on my For You page and I have a thing or two to say. First of all, go back and watch the video so you get some context. And don't stop there. Read the comments. Read the fucking comments. And then, if you have come back here, I want to remind you that one man's food is another man's poison. Okay? And I will elaborate further. We have, as societies globally, been so brainwashed that we believe the only way through education, the only way to education is through the educational system, which is one of the biggest lies humanity has ever been fed. One, it totally underestimates the fact that children have a learning capability by themselves and that life in itself, learning by doing, is exactly that. You're learning along the line. Just because a child is not homeschooled or doesn't go to school does not mean that child is uneducated. And this thought is deeply rooted in classism because one, not everybody globally has access to school, but everybody globally that doesn't have access to school is automatically being labeled uneducated or illiterate, neither of which is the case. The only importance with the schooling system is being put on the schooling system by the system. Nowhere in nature does it say you need a fucking certificate to be someone, to become someone, to do something, achieve something. We are being taught that the only way in life you can get somewhere, you can be somebody, you can achieve something is by going through the conventional schooling system, educational system, kindergarten, primary school, high school, college, university. You get the point, okay? And then, because of the way we've been brainwashed to see the educational system the way it is now as the only way to education and the only valuable way to education, we automatically see anything else that isn't that as different, as lazy parenting, as neglecting your child, which none of that is the case. I mean, there are cases where children don't go to school and they are being neglected. Nowhere will I ever say otherwise. But on the other hand, funny enough, there are a shitload of children that go to school and are still being neglected. Hello. There are a shitload of children that go to school and are being abused at home. For them, school is the only escape of abuse. I'm speaking from experience. So the schooling system has the importance it has because of the system we live under. The schooling system doesn't allow room for individuality. It doesn't allow room for individual growth. It doesn't allow room for individual solutions. It doesn't allow room for an individual learning process. It is this, and if you don't fit any one of this, you're out. And that is inhuman. That is not nature. That's not natural. And by the way, all the people saying that this is lazy parenting, y'all have no idea. Y'all have no idea what it takes to keep a toddler's mind occupied and the child generally busy without packing him or her in front of the fucking TV. Y'all have no idea the work and effort it takes to educate, to lecture, you teach, you to experience your children in all the ways they are. Y'all have no idea about the people your children even are. Because you wake up in the morning, you take them to school, you pick them in the afternoon, you make them dinner, and you take them to bed. That is lazy parenting. And there I said it. And I would die on that hill. And I get, and again, that's rooted in capitalism and classism. Many of us do not have a choice. In fact, I would say most people don't have a choice. If you have a child, you still need to pay the fucking bills. You still need a roof over your head. You need food on the table. In order for you to have all these things, of course, you need to be in the workforce. And most of us are not lucky and fortunate enough to be able to be our own bosses or work remotely or whatever the case may be. So I'm not blaming anybody or I'm not pointing fingers at anybody that has to have or that has to go down that lane in having their children being taken care of by institutions outside of the home. But that is exactly the problem. That is the systemic problem we have because the detachment of the parents and the children is a systemic issue. It is not supposed to be like this naturally. Our children belong to us, and they should look to us for guidance, for teachings, for learnings, for experiences first. But because of the classist system we live in, those children are being taught and lectured by strangers. Strangers. This is so deeply rooted that we are literally being taught and being told that the only way your kids can be social and can learn what it means to be part of society is to put them in the kindergarten. I've been told that. I don't fucking understand. As if parents are not human, so they don't learn anything valuable at home. Let me tell you, anything they learn in the kindergarten, anything they learn in the kindergarten, they can learn at home. Anything they learn outside, they can learn at home. But because the system is the way it is, it's not always possible. However, labeling parents that are choosing unconventional ways to raise their children or are raising children that do not fit your narrow mindset as lazy or as neglectful, y'all have no idea what neglectful, abusive parents actually are. It's baffling actually. I am not fortunate enough, by the way, because in Germany homeschooling is not legal. They will come and take your kids with the police to school. So I'm not fortunate enough to live in a country that allows homeschooling or allows a school-free childhood. But if I was, I will. I will. I absolutely 100% will. Because then I can direct and I can teach my children what I think is valuable. Not being able to calculate the fucking diameter of the sun. The fuck you mean? Taxes, we don't learn it. CV writings, we don't learn it. How to move in the society, we don't learn these things in school. We don't. 90% of the shit I learned in school, especially mathematics, physics, chemistry, grammar wise, who the fuck accusative, dative, all my Germans, y'all know we don't speak like that. So many things we learn in school are useless in your day-to-day lives. Y'all are just brainwashed to put the importance of school on a high pedal because you think that's the only way you can get educated. And that's actually showing me that you are very much uneducated about what life really is all about. Well,